Oklahoma State quarterback Mason Rudolph in the 3rd round, but Ben Roethlisberger is still the starter. Rudolph was asked if Ben will mentor him and said, quote, "It's not Ben's job to teach me anything, it's my job to learn." Roethlisberger was then asked when he may turn the team over to Rudolph and said, "He can take over someday, but I plan on playing for 3 to 5 more years. If he's going to be their guy, that's great, but in my perfect world, it's not going to be for a while." Joined by Fox NFL analyst Greg Jennings, but first, Shannon. Welcome, Greg. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Shannon, what do you make of these comments by Ben?
Ben loves to stir up drama, and he keeps some bull jive going. He's starting to sound more and more like Brett Favre, because this is what he said in January of 2017 after they lost the AFC Championship game to the New England Patriots. He said, "I'm going to take the offseason to evaluate, to consider all options, to consider my health, my family, and things like that, and just kind of take some time away, evaluate next season, if there's going to be a next season." That's what he said in January of 2017 after the loss. Now, this year, he was a little bit more committal, says, "I would like to play another 3 years, but I'm not going to look past 1 year." They draft a quarterback in the 3rd round, all of a sudden, now I want to play 3-5 more years, Skip. Whoa, 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 that's not what you've been saying. You said, you didn't know if you were going to come back. You didn't know what you were going to do. It's amazing how all of a sudden, because Landry Jones is no threat. Josh Dodson from Tennessee is no threat. I might kick back. I might come back, might not, Joe. I might go fishing. I got these 3 boys I got to raise. I need to be a dad. I need to go to some football games and all that. They go get a quarterback. They're like, okay. Because we get tired of you every year. You talking about you don't know if you're going to come back. Yeah. 1 year you're going to say you're not coming back, and you're going to be absolutely right, because the door going to be closed on you. So, Ben, stop with the drama. If it's not your retirement, it's an injury that never got reported. They said Ben was a big old drama queen, and I ain't want to believe it. Man, you talk about LeBron's drama. He ain't got nothing on Big Ben. Big Ben way, way more drama.
I don't.
Way more drama.
You went a little far there. I was with you up to that point.
When LeBron says, "You know what, guys, I don't know if I'm going to play next year. I'm going to evaluate it after next year." Yeah, then we start talking.
Look, this is the only quarterback in the league that is one of the elite quarterbacks that constantly talks about retiring. The only one. And now all of a sudden, I can play until my early 40s. Well, number one, I'm going to touch that. Ben Roethlisberger, out of all the quarterbacks in the NFL, is the least likely to play until his early 40s because of his style of play. His style of play won't afford him the opportunity to even play that long, because he's constantly getting hit. He extends the play a little too long at his age. And don't get me wrong, he's a great quarterback, but his style of play will prohibit that. Now, when it comes to Mason Rudolph being drafted, I'm with you, Shannon. Like, don't let somebody being drafted fuel you. You should already be driven. You should already be committed to us. Regardless of who we pick up in the draft, let me know that you're in. My issue with Ben Roethlisberger is he's constantly a roller coaster. And we talk about what a quarterback should be and how they should act on and off the field and how they should present themselves. Some of the things that Ben Roethlisberger says and the way that he carries himself, I question it. Like, how can you constantly, every single week, follow this guy? Again, he's a great quarterback, but he's too inconsistent. Last year, first they played the Jags, and I don't know if I got it anymore.
Maybe I don't have it anymore.
Maybe I don't have
Okay, we coming at you, Skip. You remember the national anthem? Oh, we coming out united. Well, I ain't want to do that.
Exactly. Nobody needed to know that.
I wanted to run a play, and I wanted to clock it. Well, the coaches told me not to clock it.
What was that about?
It's always and like
never
said,
his
Greg,
fault.
Of all the quarterbacks and the elite, these Rodgers and Brady's and the Breezes and him, he's the one that keeps the foolishness going. He keeps the bull jive going.
And by the way, he's the one who threw the interception that ended the New England at Pittsburgh game.
Exactly.
Right?
But it was the play before those, Skip, because he wanted to clock it.
I got it. So my first point is I watched Mason Rudolph a whole lot at Oklahoma State, and he's pretty good. I'll give him pretty good. Joe Klatt and I said that he was a dark horse Heisman candidate last year, and he kind of crept along the edge of the race all year, and he had a good year. He had 37 touchdowns to only 9 interceptions. But if the Pittsburgh Steelers really love Mason Rudolph, would they have waited until the 3rd round? Now, they traded up 3 spots to get him in the 3rd round, but do you realize they took his receiver at Oklahoma State in the 2nd round? Well, if they loved him, if they thought he was the near future, Don't you think they would have taken him in the second round, or dare I say,
him in
the
the
first round? Because they took Terrell Edmonds in the first round. I'm like, and everybody said that was a reach. That was
Right.
too high for him. So why don't you take the quarterback? If you love him, if Ben Roethlisberger should be threatened by him, then at least he would have been the second round pick as opposed to James Washington. And I love James Washington. As we talked about, he's got this weird, subtle gear of deep speed that doesn't time well. He just gets by people. He runs by people. And trust me, they gave Ben a new toy. That's going to be again, they traded Martavis, but you don't think with Juju on top of Antonio and my God, they got weapons everywhere.
Great job.
He's got an array, man. So it's a good place to be, but he is showing more and more a lack of leadership. And maybe that's why in the end he keeps losing to Tom Brady, dare I say? Because they just can't beat Tom Brady, right? So now he's going Tom Brady by saying, I'm going to play 5 more years, right?
Everybody. Once Tom started saying,
Everybody.
I'm going to play until my 40s. Everybody.
Drew Brees, I'm going to play.
Yeah. Quarterback in his first year, I think I'm going to play until I'm 43. Dude, you just got in the league.
Yeah.
Maybe he can get Alex Guerrero to get
He
inside
needs Alex Guerrero.
the facility.
And by the way, I'm going to bring this up one last time because it applies to everything you just said about the punishment he takes. But as Joy well knows, once upon a time, a long time ago in Pittsburgh, he had a motorcycle wreck with no helmet on in which he went over the hood of the car. And I don't know how he walked or limped away from that.
Right.
But I'm still here believing it took 2 years off his NFL career because he had multiple internal injuries.
And the style of play is going to take some more years off of you.
Yeah.
Because you can't hold on to the ball that long and give the defense extra shots at you. The really good ones, Rodgers can play that long. I mean, not Rodgers, but Brady, because Brady gets rid of the football. He's not extending the play. He's not going to have people hanging on him.
He is the polar opposite of what this guy does.
Yes.
Right?
When I read this and it says he was asked when he would turn over the team to Mason, like it's like he took the bait.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Like to your point, he was drafted in the 3rd round. Like obviously,
that's a
if they
question
really
you shrug off.
if they really exactly a great quarterback, one who understands and has been through the ringer when it comes to being questioned and asked different questions, would say, I'm not concerned about that. I'm focused on me. It's the off season. He wouldn't even have addressed it.
He's not beating me out. Why am I worried about?
Exactly.
I got 16 years of experience doing this. Won Super Bowls, been many times a Pro Bowl player, and I'm worried about a 3rd round pick. They got to learn the offense that I already know.
Yeah.
But this is Ben. Ben keeps some bull job going.
Yeah, he does. But do I think Mason Rudolph could eventually replace him? I'm not even sure of that. I'm not sure he's that big a threat. And I liked Landry Jones when he played at Oklahoma, but he was no Big Ben.
What are they going to do with Josh? The guy from Tennessee?
I don't know.
They keeping 4 quarterbacks?
I don't know.
No.
No threat.
Maybe Ben is out. No.
Well, you are absolutely right, though. He's not going to. Brady's inspired everybody.
He has.
Although you're right, maybe the Steelers will let Alex come down.
No, Brady vetoed that.
Yeah.
Because Jimmy Garoppolo tried to get treatment for his shoulder.
And he wouldn't let Alex?
Did he?
Yeah.
He locked the door on him?
Yeah, you know, look at Skip. Look at him laughing. Look at him laughing. You proud of that,
That's
too, huh?
so petty.
Yeah, it is. He petty like
I
that.
ain't keeping him from getting extra work.
If you're
Why would he do that, Skip?
If you're not on my side, you can't have what I got.
The man shoulder bum.
Alex Guerrero's got his hands full. He's got Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski,
Yeah.
and that's enough.
The man had a shoulder. That's a teammate. I mean, if I got a dog, my guy good, and Greg got an ankle injury, we play the same position. I ain't gonna be like,
Oh,
nah,
seems like
Greg,
Tom
you can't
Brady's
see
petty
him.
like that. Greg, thanks for joining us.
Skip on
Does
the left.
LeBron finally have enough help to win the East? We'll discuss that next.